You have a clip for what Kurt Busch said on the last lap?
Yes, I do.
I essentially he drove the 45 car last year. It was the inaugural season for them to run 2 cars of 2311. Brought Monster over with him, kind of built this team. Seeing Reddick win this race meant a lot to Kurt. I mean, you'll feel it when we play it. So we'll let it run.
It's amazing, 2311, and how fast we're growing and how much we're doing together. It's forward together on this program, and it brings me a little bit to be choked up. I was hoping to be back in that car, but it's in good hands, and it's a great team, and I love racing with those guys.
It just sucks that his career got ended short for a concussion. What happened to Dell Jr. And it just seems like concussions anymore just ruining drivers' careers, and it was a very, very emotional moment. I mean, what were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I've always been a Kurt Busch fan, always have been, especially his very hard days through the end times at Penske. I kind of picked him up because I saw that how much he was struggling with himself, how much he loved racing, and how much he actually cared. Some people might take this Kurt Busch has got an attitude deal as just being a jerk, I guess. But what I saw was just a fiery passion for racing, and I could connect with that. Since that moment, I was a Kurt Busch fan. So seeing him go from the 22 car, the 2 car to the 22 car to the 51 car to the 78 car to the 41 car to the 1 car. I mean, it was really cool to actually see who Kurt Busch really was. And through those years since 2011, you saw Kurt Busch change from the most hated driver in the sport to the most liked driver in the sport. It really just shows the true passion that this guy has for racing, for driving, for being there for a team, for even, being a commentator for these races. One of the most passionate guys in the paddock, has always been. People have labeled him differently because of his outbursts. I never saw it that way. I've always been a Kurt Busch fan for his passion, his outbursts. I was a fan for as well because it always created great drama in the background. It's heart-wrenching, honestly. It really is. And, a lot can be contributed to NASCAR's failure to create a car capable for these drivers, because he truly was knocked out of competition for the rest of his life because he backed into a wall. And we're lucky we didn't see that out at Bowman as well with his Texas wreck, because it could have easily been the same situation.
Kurt Busch is a legend of the sport, future Hall of Famer, generational talent. I mean, everywhere he ever went, he found a way to get to victory lane. This dude, he loves the sport. I mean, I remember watching truck races last year, him in the booth for every truck race, and it was just, he is a phenomenal race broadcaster. I mean, if he never gets behind the wheel of a race car again, which I hope he does one more time. I think there's a possibility it could happen. It just would have to be the right scenario and the right track. But I would love to see him one more time. But if not, this guy needs to be hired by Fox or NBC. I mean, shoot, ESPN could hire him for the SRX races. I mean, this guy is a phenomenal race broadcaster. He's so insightful. He's got a mix of everything. I mean, the best quote of the weekend. When they were making their pit stops, he's like, "This pit road's about to be busier than a McDonald's drive-through." I was rolling in my chair watching this race. It was the best, and everybody in the booth was just like silent because they didn't know what to say. It was just awesome. It was a great moment.